If you think that the Super Bowl was a giant satanic ritual, it actually turns out that they had a sacrifice, and wow, let's take a look.
Literally. I have never hopped out of my bed so fast to record a video. Let me tell you something. I got up, I was checking my likes just to make sure the videos were still there. 2 of them were missing. Yeah, let's just get into the video before everything, glitch out. Y'all know exactly how I feel about intros.
Nigerian bank chief unalived in a U.S. helicopter crash. He was one of the biggest bank owners in the world.
We're about to dive deep into exposing the Super Bowl. Let's just get into it.
Their way to the Super Bowl and how Biden just posted this cryptic ass message right after they died. The CEO of one of the largest banks in the country was on a helicopter with pilots, family, and the CEO/chairman of the Nigeria Stock Exchange when their helicopter mysteriously caught fire and crashed while on their way to the Super Bowl. And what are the odds that Biden on his presidential X account drops this photo with glowing red eyes and this weird caption that shocks all of America? And the caption for this picture that he actually posted on the presidential Twitter account was "just like we drew it up," and everyone thought that they were talking about the Super Bowl when they weren't. I honestly believe that this is what they were talking about. And if you are unfamiliar with the Nigerian Stock Exchange and what they have going on right now with America and just the overall fight for power, money, and greed, you need to pay attention to what is going on. One of the people on that aircraft was a chief executive of Access Bank, and his wife and his son were among those 6 people that were on board, and it went down shortly after 10 p.m. on Interstate 15, and all 6 people were killed, including 2 pilots and the former chairman of NGX Group, the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And what's so crazy, it is saying that authorities are investigating it, which means to me they may suspect foul play. They are trying to say that this could take up to 2 years. This entire investigation could take up to 2 years, and they are calling it a terrible tragedy. The Super Bowl was a giant ritual, and those people in that helicopter, think about it. If you take out the owner and CEO of a large bank, one of the largest banks in the country, you take off his wife, and you take out his son, who is left to get the money?
You see what I'm talking about? People keep saying that the Super Bowl is a ritual. Y'all have to use your own discernment. I'm not telling you what to think, but you can put 2 and 2 together. Let's just get into more of the stuff that was happening on the Super Bowl.
Alright guys, so I'm not one to follow conspiracy theories or anything like that, but this is a little too obvious and it's kind of insane. So as you can see, Ice Spice is at the Super Bowl and they keep putting her up on camera, and I can't help but notice that she has this weird necklace on, right? Now, I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but is that an upside down cross, bro? It breaks my heart because I love Ice Spice. Like, I actually enjoy her music. Like, as you guys see here, they're at the game right now. They keep showing her on, and I swear that's an upside down cross. And what I'm about to show you is actually the scariest one. This is where I was like, hold up, something isn't right. All right, so this is a video of somebody at the Super Bowl while Taylor Swift is taking a drink. Right, so if you see it, you just see Taylor Swift chugging a drink. Everyone's going crazy, right? But if you zoom into Ice Spice, like, look, again, I'm not a crazy conspiracy theory guy. Guys, look what she does with her hands. Bro, she's legit throwing up. That, I'm pretty sure, is a satanic hand gesture. And then she throws up her upside down cross necklace. This is just...
Y'all, honestly, they're just making fun of us for it now. You know how it seems like they're literally making these demonic symbols and, just doing these videos of them doing demonic stuff just to, like, get a reaction or get a rise out of people. Me personally, I mean, it's a little weird what she's doing, but also I'm not a person that's just gonna react and say, oh, she's a Satanist. But this comment that says Ice Spice skipped 10 levels of fame, she did. She got a lot of different features, a lot of connections, a lot of stuff, she went through a lot of gatekeepers real quick. So that tells you something. But, I just know that they know that we're on to them. They know that we see the stuff. We see the demonicnism, and we've been talking about the Illuminati. They put the Illuminati in their songs. Beyonce, Future, they all have talked about it and said, you know, y'all haters corny with that Illuminati mess. You see, they know. So they're gonna use it to get a reaction, get more views, get more people in tune with watching stuff, which is, again, harnessing more of the energy. We gotta read through everything and see, like, when they're trying to play with us and when they're actually trying to hide something. Because they know we're gonna put 2 and 2 together. But let's just get into the rest of this video. Now, they keep talking about Taylor Swift being there and this Taylor Swift conspiracy with the Super Bowl. Let me show you.
Did you hear the Taylor Swift Super Bowl conspiracy? What's with all these conspiracies? Can we settle on something? So as you know, Taylor Swift's favorite number is 13. Why? That's a known thing. I don't know about you, but I thought it was 22.
Okay, let me show you why her favorite number is 13.
I was born on the 13th. I turned 13 on Friday the 13th. My first album went gold in the US in 13 weeks. Every time I've won an award at an award show, I've been seated in row M, which is the 13th letter, or like the 13th seat, or the 13th row, or the 13th section. It's really a good number.
13, Taylor's lucky number, which bodes very well for the Chiefs.
Super Bowl 58, 5 plus 8 is 13. February 11th, 2/11,
Oh my God.
13.
If Taylor Swift goes to the Super Bowl this year, it will be her 13th game attended. Okay, if she does go to the Super Bowl, the flight from Japan to the Super Bowl is roughly 13 hours. We're just diving deep, aren't we? The Chiefs are playing the 49ers, which 4 plus 9 is 13. Okay. And the 49ers are the 1 seed and the Chiefs are the 3 seed, which makes 13. That does also make 13. If you subtract 13 from 100, it makes 87, which is Travis Kelce's number.
So let's talk about the Super Bowl right quick, right? Now this Beyonce at the Super Bowl, but this was Beyonce just a couple days ago. I mean, just look at their fingers though. Better yet, just look at the lips. Look at how one more fuller than the other ones are. I bet y'all ain't even peeped the ad during the halftime show, huh? Well, she basically pretty much came out with a clone.
Introducing Beyonce. What the? Seriously?
Here we go with the all red again. If you don't see the checkerboard, then you gonna see all red. I also peeped this word in her little ad or whatever. BOTUS.
I'm running for Beyonce of the United States. Can you hear me now?
No breaking. Now she said this stands for Beyonce of the United States, but the real meaning is Bank of the United States. This is what I be meaning by symbolism. You know how I told y'all how the bank's gonna shut down, people not gonna be able to get their money. You know how we gonna go to a one world currency, BRICS. That's what this about.
The fact that the bank owner was unalive in a helicopter on the night of the Super Bowl, that's making sense to me.
The Super Bowl this year was a massive ritual to Saturn, using alchemical symbolism for you-know-who, the devil. Alicia Keys came out as a Scarlet Woman dressed in all red. The purpose is to manifest the energies of the new Aeon of Horus, which is why Usher was wearing only the left glove, the left hand pass. Usher used the symbolism of alchemy to show us turning lead into gold, or the transmutation of the soul, when he came out on the black stage. Then he was dressed in white, and he ended up on the stage of fire, all while wearing a phoenix pin. We got opposing polarity symbolism of the checkerboard of Freemasonry, and even the big one, a stage used to show Usher as the sun on the zodiac cross, a pagan religious belief, and the symbol was 2 opposing planets with the sun between them. If you look up today's astrology, guess what planets are in opposition with the sun between them? The Earth and Saturn. That's why Ice Spice and Taylor Swift used Saturn symbolism in their Karma video, and Usher was standing on a giant clock, aka Kronos or Saturn, the religion of the occultists. There's way more than I have time for in this video, from Usher's Baphomet symbols to the rigged game for the Chiefs and the aliens and Beyonce's AI symbolism and so on. Check out my show and just wake up already.
Let me just give y'all a little history on what's been going on at these Super Bowls in the past.
Rihanna made a horrible mistake at her halftime show by reinforcing the crazy conspiracy theory that the Super Bowl is actually a live satanic ritual hosted by the elites to show off their power and influence to the peasants watching. And that every year the performer must flash the crowd a demonic or evil symbol of the Illuminati if they want to perform. Beyonce put up the same exact symbol to the crowd at her Super Bowl halftime show and was all over the news the next day for it.
Conspiracy theorists believe that Beyonce signaled that she's part of a secret society bent on world domination.
Some claim that's just the Rock Nation symbol, but why would other celebrities who aren't affiliated with Rock Nation at all flash it? Stop making excuses for them! At Justin Timberlake's 2018 show, he had a giant silhouette of Satan laughing at the crowd with his tail. They played it off like a guy playing the guitar. At Madonna's 2012 show, she was moving her body to show symbolism and wearing the Illuminati owl crown on her head. This was insane. J-Lo's costume was showing this evil satanic goat, and she was showing the horns with her head too. Look at her costume though. You can't tell me those are 2 eyes and a nose and then antlers going up. The Weeknd's dancers are literally wearing such similar outfits to the exact same ones they would do in a satanic ritual. You can't tell me that whole thing didn't look demonic as hell. Have you ever wondered why the Super Bowl is even called the Super Bowl? Because if you just move over the B, it actually spells superb owl, which is the... Seriously though, the same exact demonic owl that Madonna was wearing on her head, and one of the main species of animals that symbolizes satanic worship.
Everybody is so obsessed with who is satanic, who is evil, who is the bad people, who is Illuminati. Y'all, listen, everything is honestly not what you think. They know. I've been saying this for a minute, and I'ma keep saying it. They know how to trigger y'all. They know how to get more of a reaction and more energy out of a situation. That's why it's called a Super Bowl. It's a big bowl of energy that people are infusing into the agenda that they are performing. You get it? Super Bowl. It's a mass amount of energy that they can use. We're not just vessels existing. We're souls first. We have energy first. The energy is what is being put first. So every amount of energy that went into going to that Super Bowl, watching it, making these videos, doing all of this, saying who's satanic worshiper, who's in the Illuminati, blah, blah, blah. They know that this is going to get more of a reaction out of the woken people, because who doesn't love a good conspiracy theory? Now, y'all remember when they asked Rihanna about her being in the Illuminati?
Before and after they sold their soul, part 11. Today we have Rihanna, and this is her before, and this is her after.
I am misunderstood a lot at times. My music, my image, people have their whole thing about me, whether it be me being a devil worshiper or whatever. Besides them reading into my hand over my eye on my album cover.
Why is your hand over your eye?
Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about?
She said it herself. People think everything is all jokes, but what does Cat Williams tell you? Jokes, but he won't tell you a lie.
Just think about it. Isn't it weird that Travis Kelce, her boyfriend, was drafted in 2013, the year 13? Not to mention country superstar Toby Keith, the guy who founded her, was born on the 8th and died on the 5th. 5 plus 8 is 13. Also, this just happened. Northwest, Kanye West's daughter, her song just charted on Spotify Global Charts, and her song just charted at 58. 5 plus 8 is 13. And Northwest, think about what team is Northwest. Isn't that the 49ers? And I told you guys in my last videos that this represents a new financial system coming.
Now, they are saying that Taylor Swift is a super powerful witch, and she performs witchcraft and all types of, demonic stuff. Let's just get into it. Let me know what y'all think.
In her most recent concert, Taylor Swift is performing witchcraft. And I know this is going to raise some controversy in the comments, but this just doesn't look right to me.
Wait for the signal that I'll meet you
She said, wait for the signal.
Is Taylor Swift using witchcraft to give her fans amnesia after her shows? Well, we all know Taylor Swift has a lot of fans, and a lot of crazy fans. They even refer to themselves as Swifties. And apparently these Swifties have been coming out left and right claiming they're getting amnesia from going to her shows. Now this seems kind of kooky, but apparently these experts are saying this is a real thing.
A neurologic phenomenon that can happen in any heightened emotional state.
It's fascinating that it takes a Taylor Swift concert or multiple concerts for this to become topical, because this is something that happens. It's a normal process, actually.
I don't know, guys. I'm not sold on this one. I do not think this is normal. I've been to hundreds of concerts. Never happened to me or anyone I've ever met before. And why does this only happen at Taylor Swift shows? Why wouldn't this happen at, let's say, Coachella or Stagecoach or Vans Warped Tour or heck, even Burning Man? What, are these fans not having as much fun as the Swifties are? Or is there something else to it? And then you go on the internet and you realize there's a lot of rumors about her promoting witchcraft and casting spells and using subliminal messaging and possibly hypnosis in her songs and music. And some people are claiming that that's the reason why these kids are suffering from amnesia.
The fact that they made a whole news story on people having amnesia while going to a Taylor Swift concert, let's just go a little deeper. Y'all remember that TV show Inside Job? I remember they had Taylor Swift on the episode. Let me show you.
You want to talk about connections? These reptiles literally have blue blood.
This is incredible. I can't believe who's secretly a reptoid. Anderson Cooper? Taylor Swift?
So the song Shake It Off was about how I shed my skin every 1,000 years. And the song Bad Blood was about how I drink blood out of my Grammys.
Toast to blood. They put it in our face and make fun of it and make it seem like it's just a joke. Now watch this.
This is not Taylor Swift, but Taylor might be one of her clones. This is Zena LaVey. She's a musician and the former high priestess of the Church of Satan. Her father was the founder. A lot of people argue that this theory is just because they look like each other. But let's take a closer look. First of all, there are many satanic and Illuminati references in Taylor's music videos. I can make another video explaining that. Xena was high priestess from 1985 to 1990. Taylor was born in 1989. We only hear about powerful people being cloned. So Taylor being born in 1989 could make sense. They're both musicians. What if Taylor got her love for music because it was in her DNA? I can't find the tweet anywhere, but Taylor acknowledged the theory back in 2014. It was a joke about her being like the queen of the clones. But if she is a clone, she might not even know. Let me know your thoughts, and this is just a cool theory I found online. I'm not trying.
Just a little bit of background.
What was that, Taylor?
We make music for a purpose.
It is music that by even the act of listening to it, you are participating in a satanic ritual.
Okay, Swifties, we all know by now that Zena LaVey, you know, the Satanists, but you heard what they were talking about. They said by even listening to the music, you partake in a satanic ritual. You ever heard of a rap sigil? Listen.
It's a thing where they, 1, murder somebody, 2, record the murder, 3, chop the audio up and sample it, and return to the murder scene and rap where they murder somebody at. They put it on a mixtape, and that creates a sigil. They sell the mixtape, people listen to it, and boom, the sigil is charged, and they make a lot of profit from it.
Is this what Lil Uzi Vert was talking about at his concert?
Obviously, all y'all is going to hell, right with me. So, you heard the song 1,000,000 times, and you didn't even know. That's up, but I still love.
It's crazy, because now them lyrics are starting to make sense. I don't really care if you cry. I just know you should have never lied. She said she's not afraid to die. Just a stretch. Now, one of the most well-known examples of this is from this song, Bad Things by Cults. In the background of this song is actually the infamous last speech of Jim Jones. You know, the cult leader who poisoned his entire cult. At certain points of the song, you can actually hear screams from the children in the cult. Scroll if you don't want to hear it. Now, J. Cole went on to sample this song and use it. Now, he claims that he had no knowledge of this, but it's too late now. Who knows the amount of songs that we've listened to, not knowing the true meaning?
Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really get into sports, but this stuff is looking real rigged. I just found this one, look at this.
The demonic reason why soccer stadiums look like eyes from above.
Wake up. Do our eyes deceive us? Understand that sports in general are used to specifically preoccupy our minds with stuff that doesn't even matter. So you think basketball is safe from this? This is the Staples Center, aka the Lakers Arena. You guys catching what that looks like? Because it looks a lot like a reptilian eye to me. Yeah, you call it a coincidence until you see one of the biggest stars in basketball throwing up the same exact symbols. Oh, and what are those? What does that mean? If you know, you know, and I know you know. They don't hold rituals here. It's all just crazy speculation, right?
Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta keep it a buck. Like, is this making sense to anybody else? Let's just, okay, if this not even making sense, let's just go to the astrological events. Let's go to astrology, right? Let's get into that, because there's a specific reason why they do these dates and these Super Bowls on these certain days. Now you know the connection between the 13 and all of the 13s that is surrounding the Super Bowl. Let's just get into the astrology part of it.
I want to talk about the astrology of this Super Bowl. Oh, here's the Super Bowl chart. The kickoff is at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in
Saturn and the Veil of Illusions, transfer of wealth, seeding an artificial world, covert warfare, consciousness in underground tunnels. What the heck?
Las Vegas. I mean, we've got some focus going on over here in Pisces. We have Saturn right on the descendant, and we have a Moon-Neptune conjunction at the time of this game. So Neptune, Piscean energy, it's connected to dreams, fantasies. It's also connected to illusion, lies, deceit, propaganda. What's so interesting about Saturn right on the descendant is Saturn is the veil that separates the world of reality from illusion. That's why things have been feeling so weird for the last year, because Saturn, which has to do with our matrix of this physical world, it's been in the sign of Pisces. Pisces is timeless, it's formless, and it's the endless sea. It's, you never know what's out there. It's darkness. I mean, it's like the mind playing tricks on you. So the thing about the bread and circus is that it's always been a great way to distract the public from all of the shady stuff that's happening in our day-to-day reality, because of these controllers that be, whoever is behind that curtain. All of these little holidays and distractions, they've always been a great way to shift the focus. As people are becoming more and more tired of this reality and the injustices that are going on within it, they're gonna have to do more and more outrageous things in their little rituals to harvest energy. You know, less and less people care about their little game.
Didn't I just tell you that? They're doing more and more stuff that is triggering people to be like, oh my God, look it's a Satanist, oh my gosh, it's a Satanist symbol, look. Like, you know, they get us, they know that we're drifting away from it, so they're gonna try to use the people who are going through an awakening to focus their attention on the stuff that they're doing, which is basically what, you know, the sheeple are doing as well.
I mean, this is harvesting power for the false flags or whatever sort of events they have lined up collectively. So Pluto has to do with everything underground, everything beneath the surface of the earth, underground tunnel systems. So what this makes me think of is of two things. It's, well, first of all, the war on consciousness, because this is happening in the sign of Aquarius, and also war going on beneath the surface that we have no idea about.
That's just a little information for people who understand astrology and all of the things that they happen. If you know about numerology and astrology, this is for people who actually pay attention to that stuff and why they do things on specific dates. Now, let me show you proof of them using astrology and numerology.
Only people who talk about doing stuff on certain dates are billionaires. Not just JP Morgan, like only billionaires study astrology. Millionaires don't.
The quote was, millionaires don't study astrology, but billionaires do, by JP Morgan.
That's a real quote?
Yes, that's a real quote. You know what they study even more? Numerology.
The first Wall Street guys I worked for, they don't have coaches, therapists, they have a psychic team and a numbers guy. I'm like, what the fuck? They don't have what you think they have. They do like rituals of what the... They get Wall Street guys, bankers.
They hide knowledge so they can play God.
What they actually do is they spread misinformation for other people to be off. Like, for instance, they put the astrology by the comics in the newspapers to make it seem like a joke, and then they have a woman who's divorced 3 times selling matchmaking advice.
Yeah, and because it's a woman talking, we all go astrology. She's like, I'm a Pisces, I'm this, I'm that.
They did that on purpose, though, to feminize it, to steer men away from learning about it.
JP Morgan said billionaires use astrology. I'm gonna let you put your 2 and 2 together with that one. It's a reason why they use our birth certificates. It's a reason why they date when we come down to earth and what time. It's a reason. I forgot to show y'all this too.
Good evening, Usher. How you doing tonight? I'm doing fine. You get better now you're here. All right, give me a look over here, Usher. Give me that great smile here. Give me that Super Bowl. Give me that Super Bowl smile, Usher. Give me that Super Bowl smile.
The person who's holding the camera, give me a good smile. Give me a good Super Bowl smile. Like you know? Why? Every time. Why? Hey, you know what? I'm just move on. This was a Super Bowl commercial in 2009, which is what it say.
Oops. I think I'm drooling a little. Because we're aliens. And that's how we roll. Hulu,
an evil plot to destroy the world. Do you see? Y'all, they're making fun of us, okay? At this point, they're making fun of us. So, y'all, this was a Super Bowl commercial, and it's showing aliens trying to get our attention and trying to hack into the computers and, you know, basically making a joke out of people who are literally just stuck to their phones. And soon as they finally get a message, they start looking up, and they got all of these people standing there and looking around, and this is what's playing during the Super Bowl. They always got messages in the Super Bowl during these commercials.
On our phones about alien disclosure. I told my Instagram followers about it. They literally had to be like, hello down there. Like, we're so oblivious. This is literally the aliens telling us they're here. We also had the Oreo commercial because they recently came out with their space dunk disclosure Oreos. We had the Doritos commercial, which literally had a Dorito UFO. We had apartments.com with aliens looking for apartments. I highly doubt they're coming to Earth to look for apartments. Earth is ghetto. We need their help. They don't need us. We have another one with aliens. We've got Aubrey Plaza riding on a dragon, and it is the year of the dragon. We've got more robots, asteroids or meteors shooting from the sky, and even Bud Light made a reference to the aliens. This guy turned into some spider octopus type thing, and had a dinosaur show up at the pool party, which makes me think about reptilian shapeshifter, because we had Ice Spice over here doing the devil horns with the upside down cross and the priest outfit. And I just think it's interesting how many celebrities were at the Super Bowl. It genuinely felt like all of these people were contractually obligated to be there. It just kept going. It was like the who's who of the rich and famous. It's giving very much performance. And on top of that, we had Justin Bieber in the stands with Usher performance. And we know that Bieber and Usher were both groomed by P. Diddy, but that's a whole other story. So it just makes me wonder, are all these celebrities just reincarnated alien beings? Are they all just robots / AI shapeshifters? And what was up with the Jesus commercial? I've never seen that at a Super Bowl before. I'm telling you, the aliens are about to show up like this for real, and they are putting it in our faces so that we know and we're ready, because they've done everything they can, besides literally sending us a text like this. And I mean, at this point, they are kind of doing that through all of these commercials. I'm just excited because I've been talking about this for about a year or two. Everybody called me crazy, and now here the fuck we are.
They did the same thing last year.
An unidentified object has been spotted over the skies.
Do y'all see that spear? Now let me tell you something. That was in 2023. Now, it's 2024 and the Super Bowl is in Vegas. What is in Vegas? A spear. Huh? Tell me this is not all a stage. You know, I want y'all to have a good rest of y'all day. I'm just gonna leave y'all off with this one and let her speak.
Super Bowl ritual.
So you all gonna watch the Super Bowl. Okay. I'm a piggyback off what my sister said earlier. Do you all realize what's gonna go on in that place? Do you know the ritual that is gonna take place? Do you know the energy that's gonna go forth, that a lot of you are gonna be used by force and you don't even know that you're being used? Oh yeah, baby, they finna suck up your energy and all that fuse. You best to believe you there for a reason. They summoned you there so they can take your energy. You think it's a joke, but you look back and see all the shit that happens at them damn Super Bowl movies. All the halftime is gonna be your halftime, where they suck your energy away when you mess around and you can't move for like 3 days. Then you gonna figure out what the fuck happened to you anyway.
Super Bowl ritual.
Now, I'm about to get to editing my YouTube video, but this video will be firstly put on to my Facebook page, where all my videos will go first. Because I'm trying to go back my Facebook page, because y'all know that there are a lot of people who have hacked into my accounts pretending to be me, you know, just taking my videos taking my videos off of YouTube and reposting them and making money off of it. You know, unfortunately, Facebook is not looking to help me. So, you know, I'm just rebuilding and I see the growth. So all of my videos will be going up on Facebook first. Now, I need to get to editing. I love y'all. I hope that y'all have a good rest of y'all day and stay dangerous.